Welcome into the Belle of the Football. I'm Cali Cash, and my love of football comes from my dad. He's from New York, huge Giants fan, so we beat Brady twice in the Super Bowl. It's like his ultimate smackdown. We talk a lot of football, and it does bond our relationship. Basketball, football, college or professional, sports, we just love it. We talk a lot, we debate a lot, we take a shot here and there, but it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love it. The other day, he calls me up and I'm like, hey, how's it going? He asked me the same. And I'm like, hey, Brady and Belichick had a conversation. Maybe Brady's coming back to the Patriots. And he's like, well, I heard the conversation didn't really go well. And I'm like, well, no one really knows what exactly happened. Okay. The report was really short. Said the demeanor was cold, businesslike. I understand that. They've always had that relationship where it is a business relationship. They've won 6 Super Bowl rings out of it, so I'm cool with that. And then my dad's like, well, Tom Brady's taken a lot of pay cuts over the years, and the wide receiving core wasn't that great last year, so maybe he wants to move on. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can agree with that. He has taken pay cuts with the Patriots. And when superstar players do that, they expect you to build a championship team around them. That's just what it is. Last season, the wide receiving core wasn't there. And since Gronk, who I love, has departed from the Patriots, that wide receiving core, I won't say it plummeted. Tom Brady has still been leading that receiving core. The offense is still not terrible. It wasn't very good because we expect great from Tom Brady. I get it. But without Gronk, where's the insurance plan? Edelman is there, but he can't really do everything. And he was injured last year and has been injured over the last few seasons. So he needs another insurance plan, another big tight end, a good route runner. They tried it with Gordon. That just went downhill. And then when he got an injury last year, they sent him off to the Seahawks. He didn't really play too much. Then they had Antonio Brown, which was a huge train wreck. They brought in Mohamed Sanu, and he sparked in the offense. He's a good route runner, but it just wasn't enough. And maybe it was too little too late. Coming in midseason, it's hard to learn that offense like that. If they bring him back, next season, that could be helpful to him. If N'Keal Harry is healthy throughout the whole season, that's going to be helpful. They should address the tight end position. I'm not really sure what they're going to do, if they're going to look in free agency. Hopper is available from the Falcons. We'll see what they do there. But if the Patriots want Tom Brady back, and that is what the case will be, it will be Tom Brady deciding whether or not he's going to come back. They have got to address the offensive line coach. They have got to address the wide receiving core. So we'll see what Bill brings to the table for him. But my dad seems to think egos may be in play here, and that each side wants to win a Super Bowl separately. I've heard this argument many times, and yeah, when you talk Patriots Super Bowls, you can't talk it without Belichick and Tom Brady. So if Belichick feels like he's the mastermind behind it, then maybe he does want to win one separately. With the defensive system that he has, absolutely amazing. I think Belichick is solid right there. In the offensive system that they have with Josh McDaniels, that offensive system is solid. The personnel, they're going to have to address the coaching staff. They'll address this offseason. But that offensive system is good. They just need the receiving core to execute. So if they want to plug in a guy like Andy Dalton or Marcus Mariota or even Teddy Bridgewater, if Marcus Mariota can stay healthy, he's a good mobile quarterback. Maybe he makes better on-field decisions, and that's something they can talk to him about. But if he's healthy, he could fit in their offensive system. So could Teddy Bridgewater. And like I said, Andy Dalton. Belichick does something that I think other coaches do as well. My dad brought this point up to me was he likes to get rid of players before they max out their peak, before they max out their prime. So he loves to get young, cheap players, build them up, and right before, they hit that stride where, they start to decline, he likes to trade them away. And what coaching staff or what organization doesn't do that? Every organization does that. They want the cheaper, younger player because they feel like they can mold them into something great and it's not going to be too expensive to the organization. That's just the business side of football. So when they got rid of Jimmy G, I feel like Belichick thought he's not, past his prime. He fits well in this offensive system. I don't depend on Tom Brady to, moving forward for, Tom Brady wants to play 5 years. Maybe Belichick thinks Tom Brady doesn't have 5 years and he wants to go with Jimmy G. So you saw the relationship kind of hit a bad low point, I guess you could call it, business-wise. When that trade was made, you can tell Belichick really wanted to keep Jimmy G, but the organization loves Tom Brady and he's brought in them, Super Bowl after Super Bowl. So yeah, they're going to stick with the guy who's winning for them. So this will be interesting to see if Tom Brady does separate from Belichick and the Patriots and move on in this offseason to another team. Now, like I said, I think Belichick could win without Tom Brady with the system he has if he wants to plug in other players to come in and continue to move forward. I think they could still make the playoffs. Maybe the dynasty doesn't die once Tom leaves. Now, when Tom Brady moves on to another team, it's got to be a Super Bowl caliber team. It's got to be a team that's already in the position to win. All they need is a quarterback to come in and produce for them. So you're talking about the Tennessee Titans, the San Francisco 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys. These are some of the teams that Tom Brady could go to and still have success there. I don't like it because I have seen other quarterbacks try to do that at the end of their career and the success is just not there. Now, when Joe Montana was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs, he did have success, but he didn't win a Super Bowl and he still had an amazing career. There was nothing wrong with Joe Montana's career. He's an amazing quarterback, elite quarterback, Hall of Famer quarterback, absolutely dope. What about Joe Namath? He left the Jets, went to the Rams, and that was a disaster. Not that Tom Brady is going to have one of those careers because I feel like he's an elite quarterback like Peyton Manning or Joe Montana. So going off to try and win a Super Bowl somewhere else is possible for Tom Brady. He's still got it. He still has that NFL IQ. He's still very smart on the field. He can still read your defenses. It's not like he couldn't do it. It's just risky if he does. It really just is. Now, he is from the San Francisco area. So going to the San Francisco 49ers, but Jimmy G's just there and the Patriots traded him there. He goes to a Super Bowl and then Tom Brady just comes in and takes his spot. I don't know how Jimmy G would feel about that. And a lot of people have been talking about him going to San Francisco just because it'd be really cool to see him win one in his home, not really his hometown, but his hometown team. And, go off, win a Super Bowl, and then ride off into the California sunset. I mean, that would be absolutely phenomenal the way he could end his career like that. And then that conversation of him being the GOAT would be highly respected. And I think a lot of people would really be beefing up that conversation, just the history of what he did during his career. I like it. It's fun. But I don't see him going there. Jimmy G is already established there. I don't see them moving away from Jimmy G. But I've not heard the 49ers come out and say, hey, Jimmy G is our quarterback. We're not moving on to anyone else. We're sticking with him to the next season. But they've not come out and said that. And I'm wondering, maybe Shanahan doesn't trust Jimmy G. That's why, he didn't have that many passes in the postseason and in the Super Bowl. Maybe Shanahan's just not comfortable enough letting him fly. Would he be comfortable with Tom Brady and play action pass, getting little, check down shots up the field? I think maybe yes, to be perfectly honest. I really think that Shanahan and Tom Brady together would work very well, especially with the run game they have over there. The defense is so dominant, but I don't really think that's going to happen. The Tennessee Titans, to me, seem like a really good fit for Tom Brady. Knows Vrabel. Relationship is there. Offensive line is there. I don't know what they're going to do with Coughlin. I've heard they're going to let him go to free agency. It'd be nice to see them re-sign him and then bring in Tom Brady. But then Ryan Tannehill played so well for him, so you're kind of crapping on him too. And what about the Dallas Cowboys? They're having an issue signing Dak. I believe that the Dallas Cowboys want Dak back. Not at the price that Dak wants to come back, but they still are going to get him back. But if Tom Brady goes down to the Cowboys, I could see him winning there. They bring back Amari Cooper. They have Gallup down there. If Cobb stays there, I really don't know if he's going to stay or not. They have Zeke with the run game. They can do something incredible with Tom Brady. Plus, with the star on his helmet, I mean, that's even more clout for Tom Brady. I could see him going there. I don't know that Patriots fans would want him to leave and then go to the Cowboys. I don't know how Cowboys fans feel about bringing in Tom Brady, but they weren't very nice to Dak, so we'll see how that plays out. I mostly see him going to the Titans if he decides to move on. I think the Titans are a good spot for him. But like I said, that's a risky move. I think if he stays with the Patriots, finishes out his career there, he knows the offensive system, he's comfortable in it, he knows like the back of his hand. I don't see him leaving and being able to automatically get a Super Bowl anywhere. I know it's going to take a season or two. So if he's going to play to his 45, then maybe in a season or two, he comes back and he wins a Super Bowl with a different team. I have seen Tom Brady in a Patriots uniform for so long. It would be so weird, to see him in anything else. But if these two are going to move on and go their separate ways, I think that's how they get it done. Those are my thoughts for now. Until next time.